Hello everyone.
Hello everyone.
Welcome back to part 2 of our Gaudi video.
Yes, here in Barcelona, I'm Christina.
I'm Varun, and now we are off to Sagrada Familia. Please tell me something about Sagrada Familia.
Sagrada Familia.
Sagrada Familia.
It is actually the biggest unfinished Catholic church in the world, and the church was also designed, and the architect of it was Antonio Gaudi.
Gaudi.
The same as last week of our video in the Gaudi Park.
And we just also got to know that he's actually buried in the church.
Yes, and another really crazy side fact, he really designated his life in the end to the church, right?
Yep, his remaining life he died working on the project.
But at his time when he was alive, not even a quarter of the church was finished yet.
It is the largest unfinished Catholic church in the world.
Yes, and they are actually still building on it.
It's still
it's an ongoing process. Yeah. But yeah, we are on our way to Sagrada Familia now. And
going to be interesting. Okay, let's go.
Show you. Bye bye. I just wanted to inform all of you that if you're ever in Spain, buy fruits here. They are so tasty, and especially peaches. I think it's the best peach I ever ate in my whole life. Cheers to that.
But there is a huge market. Like every corner has fresh fruits and vegetables market.
It's so fresh and juicy. Oh my god.
Really good. Must try.
So we are at the entrance of the Sagrada Familia now. And that thing, that model over there is how the Sagrada Familia will look one day, because it is still under construction actually. And the construction is actually completely paid by the donations all around the world of people who pay for that. Yeah, and we are at the entrance of it and we will go inside now. And it is honestly, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but when you stand in front of it, you're for a second like, wow, what is this? It's mesmerizing, it's crazy, honestly. And so detailed.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the basilica?
So now talking about the structure, giving you a rough idea what it is. It is still under construction, but in total there are going to be 18 towers. 12 of them have been completed, and right now the tallest tower is 138 meters high, and that belongs to the lady of the house.
Yeah, it's the lady tower.
Yeah, lady tower. They call it lady tower. But the tallest tower is going to be, that will be dedicated to Jesus Christ, and which will be 172 meters. And you can actually visit some of the towers as well. You can go from inside.
Unfortunately, we booked our tickets just 3 days ago.
It was not possible.
We could not get the one for the tower. So if you ever come to Barcelona, book your ticket to the church. I would say really in advance.
And from what we have heard, if you are claustrophobic and you have vertigo, you can avoid that part and visit the rest of the beautiful church.
Yes.
Okay.
So what we are doing here actually is we are doing an audio tour, and we are doing the audio tour for you, and we always take out the 1 or 2 really interesting parts of the audio tour and tell them to you because the rest is very in detail and a little bit much. But in the audio tour, they talked about the front now, and they said that the front is divided in 3 parts. The one in the middle is dedicated to Jesus, the one on the left to Joseph, and the one on the right to Mary. And if you look up a little higher, there are everywhere holes in the towers. This is because Gaudi wanted that the bells inside of these towers, the sound of them is going across the whole city, that it gets even louder, because he was a really big lover of music. Varun, can you tell us, why do all these figures up there on the church look so realistic? What did Gaudi do?
He actually used his own assistants and people from the neighborhood as models. And then he used to make the plaster statues out of it before he made these stone statues. These are like real model replicas.
That's why all these figures look very interesting.
See, very interesting thing about this church is that normally all the churches, they have all the paintings and structures inside. But this church is from inside is pretty empty. It's a very vacant and open space because all the structures have been put outside. And the reason that we also heard in the audiobook was that Gaudi was highly motivated by the nature, and he wanted the inside to look like a forest. And as you can see, all these columns on the top, they start branching out like tree branches. And they're not just for the decor, they are structurally also a really good architecture work, as a result of which they could achieve this extreme height without any external support for such a high ceiling. So here you can see on the left side of the church, the colored windows are also inspired by nature. With the left sides have a cooler morning tones, and on the right side they're like warmer daytime tones. And
Actually, sunset tones.
sunset, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Warmer sunset tones. And you can see a very aesthetic feel. Like there are no colored lights inside, but you can see the whole church is very bright and colorful from inside.
And there is a really crazy side fact. Inside of this huge church, there is another church in the bottom of us. It's down there. You can look down there. It's crazy. So there is literally another church inside of this giant church. And a really interesting side fact as well is actually that in the church, under the church, down there, here is Antonio Gaudi
Buried.
buried. Yes, it was his last wish that he gets buried in there. And he, unfortunately, we just got to know, got killed by a passing tram.
So here you can see the backside of the church, from where you exit the church, and the facade here looks a bit different. It is still designed on based on the designs by Gaudi, but the work was continued with a different architect. And you can see there has been some inspiration given to him as well. As you can see, the two security guards, not security guards actually, these are warriors. Their helmets are not normal Roman helmets. They are referring to the building that was designed by Gaudi. And there is a placard behind me, a square, which numbers on it. So no matter which direction you add the numbers, the result is always 33, referring to the age of Jesus when he died.
So on this side, you see the dome, and in this dome, there actually the priest is getting ready for the mass, and also where they have all the utensils and everything inside. And on the other side over there, on the right side of the Sagrada Familia, is the church. And this church Gaudi built for
Not church, school.
Sorry, the school. And this school was built for the daughters and sons of the workers who worked here on this church. So, yeah, that's very
Interesting.
cool. We will go inside of the church now, actually.
School.
School. So, we just came out of Sagrada Familia. And what is your review of it?
Personally, I'm not a big fan of museums and churches, but this one is different level.
You can't miss that. Like, if you're ever in Barcelona, you have to go there. You have to. It's so beautiful. It's gigantic. I don't know. It's so impressive, honestly.
Yeah, if you go through Origari, you start to appreciate the small things, the details that they have put in there.
Yeah.
Really good experience.
It's just like it's not describable. I don't know if it even will come across through the video.
It's very grand from inside, the feeling that you get.
It's amazing. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the video. And yeah,
Subscribe to the channel, and next week, see you again.
yes.
Ciao.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye-bye.